Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's well. I don't know if I did a video last weekend, but my weekends tend to be that I do everything and nothing. So much happens, and then it's Monday, and I think I figured out how not to nap, but I still want to. And the way is I don't get up super duper early because I'm still trying to treat my Saturdays and Sundays like a work day, and maybe I can just have that little bit of a couple of extra hours just so I don't nap. If I get up early and then I find myself in a bit of dead time on the weekend, my bed starts like looking like a siren, like a little mermaid with a harp. Come over, come to sleep, just a little, just 20 minutes, And then guess what? I can't resist. I go lie down, fully clothed, and wake up 5 hours later. It's and do you know what? I don't even feel guilty about it, but I just wonder if I can use my time better. This weekend I'm fasting. I'm fasting because I'm a Christian and we fast. We're meant to, it's they do it a lot in the Old Testament. And I'm not like one of those Christians like will check up on you every 5 minutes. It's like just, I'm pretty chill. I don't put it on anyone, but FYI, I am a Christian. I go to church every Sunday, and I really like it. There's a lot of stuff in it that I kind of try to bring forward to life. There's a lot of stuff I disagree with, which I have to kind of like put myself in check for. And there's, I think, a lot of stuff that the things I disagree with tend to be the people and the politics around it. I'm not like a lot of people think, oh, Christians are pussies. I'm like, nah, I'm not a pacifist. That's not going to happen. And then there's a lot of Christians who are just like basically hippies, really nice people that will check up on you, which is very strange for me, and it comes across a little insincere. But I don't know what's going through people's heads. But people that where are you? You didn't come to church today. I'm like, I don't know what's going through the head, and I never put on maliciousness, but it's very strange to come into relatively new people in my life, and and I've got millions of friends, really good friends, professional friends, leisure friends, environment friends, true friends, and then I'm getting this person from the church checking up on me. So it's kind of like I'm like, obviously my defense goes up, like, what are they doing? Who is this person? Who is she? My age, if you get that reference. So yeah, just kind of figuring it out still, and I love life, absolutely love life. It's kind of crazy, in this crazy world. The world's burning, and then it's just me just going da 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 da, trying to start a YouTube channel, doing a bit of printing, trying to be creative. I watched that Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared the other day. Fantastic little show, with the puppets and stuff. All that caught me off guard. I watched all 6 episodes, and I struggled to stay awake during the intro of shows, so it had my attention. So yeah, it's a really good show. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I used to have a T-shirt for it because it did the YouTube shorts, but I got rid of it due to it being connected to someone who wasn't in my life anymore. So we can move forward from that. I just finished the audiobooks, The Courage to Be Disliked, and the compound effect. I always thought it was the compound effect, but it's the compound effect. And I was like, have I always got that wrong? Perhaps I've just learned something about myself, and no one just wasn't, nice enough to correct, or everyone's too nice to correct me. But I always thought it was effect, but maybe anyway. So compound effect. The Courage to Be Disliked is basically the Philosopher's Stone sort of theory. You can get it if you're not going to use it. Don't force it. If you have to force the fart, it's probably shit. And it just sort of talks about how everyone's in their own world, being busy, saying, and people love courage, and they say it's sort of things like, if there's 10 people and, you know, no matter what you can do, you're not going to get along with everyone. So there's one person who's always going to dislike you, and then there's 8 people who are just too busy with busy, and there's 2 people that are going to like you by saying what you say. Do you say what you say? Like, do you live your life? You're not being rude. You just kind of maybe disagree on stuff. So do you entertain the crowd? Do you entertain the people that you're going to like, or do you try to save someone who doesn't like you and probably never will, which is fine, you know, cup of tea and all that, you know. I didn't really get much from the Courage to Be Disliked. I just thought, oh yeah, it's kind of remind you, it's a self-help book, cool, boom. But the compound effect is pretty much what I'm doing, so it's quite nice. I see it in other people's lives as well. It's basically, you know, if you make one good choice, you know, you might start healthy eating, then all of a sudden you start reading the back of packs of food, and then you start thinking, oh, I might get a walk in tonight, and then you're sleeping better, and you can just go, all right. It's like the stock market. You got 3 good ups and then 1 down, 3 good ups, 1 down, maybe. You know, you got to kind of compound it, and then it talks about there's lots of little things. I wrote down a couple at the end of the book, so maybe I should have started writing. But everything is, I've got to live my life as well. Like, not everything is something I can, like, I need to, you know, think, oh, I can make content out of this, you know. But then at the end, I thought, oh, I better start writing a couple of things down, because when I'm talking to people about how good this book is, and it's a very short book and a very, very simple book. A lot of the books are. I start talking and I start thinking, all right, let's talk about it, and then I just go blank. So I'm like, I'll write it down as well, just so I can have conversations about it, because I've sent it around to people, because I've got the MP3. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Very important in business, you know. And there was a good saying where he found himself spending, you know, getting upsells some chewing gum or like a sandwich in the shop, which he didn't need. He had food at home, and then he made a rule that he would carry around a book, and every time he bought something, he had to write it down in the book. And he said that inconvenience of writing it down in the book stopped him from buying stuff. He's like, it depends in the car. I'm not going to buy it because, you know, it's not an essential thing, or you know. So he kind of restricted himself by making a habit for before the thing. This is also in psychology. Of people who smoke rollies, the rolling of the cigarette, the rolling of the rollie is part of the process. Perhaps it'd be easier to quit cigarettes instead of rollies, because cigarettes you just get out of the pack. Rollies, you roll while you're talking. You're already in the smoking environment. There's a social aspect to it as well. You know, you can share a paper or a Rizzler, or Rizzler paper, the same thing, or a filter or whatever. Yeah, the pinch of baccy. You don't really think about that, you know. So there's good stuff there. I got distracted. Oh yeah, so I'm fasting, 36-hour fast. I do it once a month. If anyone wants to join me, usually mid-month, but I forgot. And yeah, so sorry, got distracted. So and it's really good to clear out your zombie cells. So clear out your zombie cells. You know, you can do what I do and really sit down and be grateful for food. That hunger that I'm feeling now is like, okay, this is cool. This is fine. You know, maybe I have the luxury to fast, but they used to fast in the Old Testament, so they weren't rich back then. But they had storages of food. Whatever. Right, cool. I'm not putting Christianity out there. I mean, it is the correct answer, but not pushing it. I'm not. Oh, okay. I'll shut up. If you want to open, so if you open a gap in the market, or you see a gap in the market, if your competitors don't react, it means they're hurting. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm wondering if you can use that in any other parts of your life. I just like that. That's a good saying. I can't think of anything like where, apart from business, where that would be have an effect. But you know, if there's a gap and your competitors don't react, that means they're hurting. Think about that. Think about that. A bit of food for thought. There's a good one. It's bookend your days. So we all have this thing of saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna get so much done today, and then the car starts making weird noises, or a family member pops around, takes up an hour of your day. Now the rest of the days you're in minus time, so you're rushing around, so you can't get. So so perhaps pretend the bookends is like bread, and the day is the filling, right? The only time you have control of in your day is the bookends. Morning, no one's disturbing you in the morning. In the evening, cashing up. I quite like that. So the morning before the day starts, you get up, wash your face, brush your teeth, have a coffee, or whatever you do, whatever your little morning ritual is. Have a stretch, maybe. That's your time. And then they say if you need to do some work, a really good time to work is that little morning, a little hour, because you're against the clock before the day starts. You know that the chaos is going to commence. So the morning maybe is a time to do half an hour of solid work, just to get ahead of your competitors. I think he called them like enemies as well. So enemies, like think of it like make of it like a heroic tale, and these enemies are hypothetical. Perhaps they're not even, you don't even know who your competitors are, but you think of it like in a battle. If you're moving before they move, strategically, you're in a better position. And bookend your day, so end of the day for cashing up. Like if you were in a retail shop, you'd cash up, check inventory or whatever. So, you can call it cashing up, but you can also like finish emails or just shut down shop, close the keys, shut the shutter, set the alarm. Metaphorically, these are other things you can do in your life. Perhaps set up for the next day. All right, tomorrow morning we're going to go to tech. I'm going to write a list, and then write a waterfall list, which is that list again, but in chronological order. If you can't do that first, that means you can't do that. So there's no point in that being behind that, because, or if you're driving, maybe you can kill two birds with one stone. So write your list in a way that could work for that day. I don't. This sort of become like a self-help sort of book review channel, but I guess it is in a way. Like I am learning as I'm going as well. So this small business journey is sort of me studying, and I've learned so much, even with tax and stuff. It's crazy. I don't want to give out tax advice, but if there is a video I can do on that, I will, and perhaps it's. I think I can help people. I think I can really basic stuff and stuff I've learned this year. So I've got a couple of orders as well. The printer's moving again. I need to clean the printer. I've written that down because I've got the new cleaning swabs, and I've got some more labels. And the tax year is coming to an end. So I've got to do a bit of spending and see what my next moves are in March. So yeah. So just to finish the video, it's really funny how like you put yourself under stress and then you see people doing it like just casually, whether this is public speaking and you're like, and these self-help books really help with that, because a lot of the times before I speak, I get really tight, but once I start talking, I'm fine. Why do I get tight? I'm not going to say anything offensive. I might say my opinions. Again, people might not like me. That's okay. I feel like I've got the heart for it. So again, I'm getting better. This is another reason why I'm doing this YouTube channel. We should put ourselves in sort of out of our comfort zone positions. So, for instance, me and my friend are doing every Sunday. We get up again before church. We don't want to push it. We go for a walk at 7 a.m. and it's cold and wet. And then I was whinging to my mate. I was like, "Oh, bloody cold and wet. Hopefully we warm up, And then there's like a little old ladies that's walking their dogs. This is every day for them. They just walk their dogs, rain or shine. They walk their dogs. And there's me, fit bloke, whinging about it. So I like that sort of visual sort of moment for me, where it's like, these people do this every day just to do it. They probably enjoy being with their dog and having a little moment to themselves. And there's me, who's trying to find an excuse. I was looking at my phone, wanting my friend not to message me saying, "Oh, let's not do it today," and I would have been like, "Oh no, you said you would." Really, I'm like, yes. And there's that bicycling guy who's this is quite a good quote to put to that. Is the cycler said, when he was training, a lot of cyclists don't ride in the rain because they don't like it, and he said it's the perfect time to attack while it's got bad weather, because he knows his enemies aren't doing anything. Go for a walk while it's raining. Your enemies aren't doing that. They're sitting. They're thinking. They're thinking of you as, oh, that lazy guy. Don't worry. We don't have to worry about him. He's just a kitten, And but if the kitten goes out in the rain while the big dog isn't, again, you're getting strategically closer. And I hope this video helps. I'm getting sort of passionate just thinking about it. And yeah. Oh, it's raining outside. I can't do it. It's just an excuse. Get out there. Go on the attack. Like, subscribe, guys. I'm going to be doing a tutorial video for the asset store. I'll probably do 4 or 5 videos just explaining how to add artwork and such using Illustrator. And these sort of tips and tricks videos might not be for everyone, but I want to have a bit of interaction with people. People might say, "Oh, how do you do this?" I might make a little video for that specific thing. So if I can help people using my resources, that will just mean more sales, surely. I think it makes me look more professional, building the foundation and such. And again, you've got my pie face to look at and talk to you, perhaps in an informal way as well, because you can work. So a lot of people would go, click this, and then you've got me erring and stuttering and stuff. And I think a little bit of an informal might be more like you're in a classroom where not everything goes to plan. I won't milk it or stretch it or anything, but I think I've got that. I think I've got that sort of understanding where I was, where I can think, oh, when I was looking at a thing and I was overcomplicating something, why was I overcomplicating it? So I think I can teach, and so this will be sort of business, self-help, and tips and tricks on my sort of using creative software. All right, guys, thanks for subscribing. 57 now. I'm trying to get to 100, but let's push to that 60. That'd be good. Lots going on, so if you subscribe, it's only season 1. It's still got season 20. It's going to kick off. Peace out, guys. Have a good weekend.